Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you have not noticed, it is very late at night and it is a Tuesday evening right now. And because it's very late and it's been a long day, I forgot all of my stuff at home. So this is what you get today. And I hope you are okay with that, because if you're not, then that's too bad. Today we are going to be hitting some shoulders, and it's also a pull day. I actually just got a brand new split. This is my second week on my new split, so I'm super excited to get into that today. But yeah, like I said, we're hitting shoulders, back, and biceps. The first exercise that we're going to start with is single arm lateral raises with the cable, and we're doing 3 sets of 10 to 15. With these are another variation of a lateral raise. So what you're doing is you're hitting the shoulders on these. There's multiple ways you can do these. You can do these with dumbbells, you can do them with cables. If you are really cool, or if your gym is really cool and you have a lateral raise machine, you can use a machine. But I definitely like using cables because it gives you that same tension all the way through the entire motion, whereas like a dumbbell, you don't get the same amount of tension throughout the entire movement. So this definitely keeps a lot of tension on the shoulders, as well as it's a very smooth movement, and you don't need a lot of weight to be able to execute this exercise. So yeah, I really like using cables for this. Yeah. So we are going to be moving into a shoulder press now that our shoulders are nice and warm from our lateral raises. You can do a shoulder press either on a machine like I'm doing, or you can do a shoulder press with dumbbells, barbells, just about any overhead pressing motion is going to do the trick. I do really like using a machine because it is a fixed range of motion and it is a fixed path. So every single rep is going to look identical just about, whereas with like dumbbells, you have a little bit more free range of motion, which is awesome. But for this specific exercise, we are going with the machine. And we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 to 12. So ideally we want to be failing at the lower end of the rep range, because we are specifically trying to go a little bit heavier on this motion. So if I hit 12, that means I have to go up in weight. And I don't know if I already said this, but we're doing 3 sets. Hello and welcome back. We are now moving into lat pull downs. So we just did 2 shoulder exercises. I believe that is all of the shoulders I have for today. Like I said, I'm on a new split, new plan, so I don't have my workouts memorized, but that's okay. But yes, we're moving into lat pull downs. We have 3 sets of 8 to 12 here. And then after that 3 sets, we do have 1 final set that is going to be a rest pause to failure. So that should be fun. All right, we have to travel really far for our next exercise. We are going all the way over to the seated cable. So we have 3 sets of something. I'm gonna look. 3 sets of 10 to 12, and we're doing single arm rows with the cable. Just like any muscle group, it's really important to work both unilaterally and bilaterally, meaning it's really good to do motions that include, you know, both arms or single arm, or if you're doing lower body, both legs versus single leg, just so that you make sure that you're not imbalanced in any way. So for this exercise, we are going to be doing single arm so that each side is working equally as hard. All right, and we are back. We are going to move into reverse flies or rear delt flies, whatever you want to call them. We have 3 sets of 15 to 20 here. We definitely want to make sure that we are isolating in the rear delt. One really common thing for this machine specifically is if you're not very intentional with the specific range of motion that you are going for, you will recruit a lot of upper back and trap, which is perfectly fine, especially because today is a back and shoulder day. But we are specifically attempting to target the rear delt, which is going to call for a shorter range of motion. I think I talked about this in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. But yeah, so we are going to aim for 15 to 20 reps. Sometimes I do go for a little bit higher of a rep range. I might even push for 25, just because it does take me a little bit to find that perfect range of motion and isolate specifically in the rear delt. But we will see how it goes. All right, and to finish up our workout for today, like I said, this workout is super short, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. We are finishing with 4 sets of bicep curls with the barbell, and we are going to do sets of 10 to 12. I personally prefer to use the curved bar just because it's a little bit more comfortable for my wrists, but you can either use the curved bar or you can use the straight bar, whichever one you prefer, or you can use dumbbells, you can use cables, you can use a machine, you can use you can utilize seats to emphasize like a preacher curl, but for this exercise we are going to be using the barbell. All right, and that is going to complete our shoulders and pull day. Thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna go home and eat and shower. It is already way past my bedtime. It is currently 9:38 and I'm usually in bed around 9 o'clock. So definitely been a long day, but again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so very much. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, all of those fun things. And I will catch you in the next one.